Hi everyone, I'm Sarah, and this is my lovely team.
I'm Carly.
And
I'm Gavin.
and we're representing our product, or our thing, the Daily Reach. So our idea is a news aggregator that shares the stories of women and non-binary people with the idea of giving us a platform. And also, personally, growing up, I didn't have a lot of really positive female role models in my life, and so it's kind of a way for people to have that, and a way for us to give back in that way. We put this thing together on a stack of JavaScript, HTML, and CSS with the news API. So we didn't quite get as far as we were hoping to get, but what we did get was we got the news API connected to an HTML page, and we got the page styled. So what went wrong, actually? Time for the demo.
Okay.
Gavin, step right up.
Do you wanna get the? You wanna do the controlling?
Yeah,
part?
I'll
Because
actually
it's quick.
here. I'll trade you.
Okay.
All the tabs are ready to go. I got your tab set.
Okay. So this is what it currently looks like. Right now it's just pulling from Polygon, which is just a news place for games. You can see that it's tagged with gaming right there, but that currently isn't meaningful. So if I change it to be GA, it's the exact same page. So this is like the big snag that came in was this entire time we were working with the APIs and couldn't get anything else to work. So we went to news API, which that took up so much time that we didn't really get a lot done. The code is pretty minimal. It's just connecting to the API and getting a bunch of information out of it. So
The intent that we had initially, was to use the Tumblr API because we think that Tumblr has a really good community of people uplifting marginalized voices, and so we wanted to connect to that. We couldn't get the Tumblr API working. We should have pivoted a little bit sooner, but that is something that we hope to do as the next step. I'm going to pass it over to Charlie. Who's going to talk about our next steps.
Okay.
A couple over.
Cool. What went wrong? Did we talk about this?
Yeah.
We did.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Next steps. Okay. Daily storage of a single newspaper until the API calls. Okay. So a lot of kind of our design / idea for this was to make it kind of like an old timey newspaper. You know, the ones that used to get delivered to your doorstep and you could like touch and stuff.
Great.
We wanted to have it be kind of like a daily call. We also kind of had in mind, maybe back in like elementary school, you had like the kid-friendly version of Newsweek or Time, and it was just like a printed, like you open it, you close it kind of, and kind of have it be more like wholesome, uplifting stories. And we did not want it to be Polygon. We wanted, as Sarah mentioned, we wanted to use several sources. There's some really cool blogs about women and non-binary people and trans women in science and technology that we could have pulled from. And then Tumblr had some like really excellent blogs, especially for non-binary stories, because those are really hard to find. You type in non-binary news and it's just like people complaining about non-binary people. What the heck? Okay. So, or another next step was to set up a way to discriminate is like a really bad word choice. I don't know who wrote that, but come on. Discern, yeah. Which stories get into the paper, compare likes, retweet, reblogs, traffic to determine exposure, style and make a more newspaper-like layout using calculations on div widths and heights, so it's more within like the styling itself, the styling code. And then allow for users to view sections, tags, e.g. like women in tech, politics. So like on Facebook, you can click through like sports. I think women in sports, non-binary people in sports would be really cool. Yeah, so technology, science, politics, and then maybe an email newsletter for in case you don't want to go to the site. Another thing to add is this kind of, I don't know, I thought it would be cool to have it it's not static per se, but it's pretty static because it's daily. It's kind of styled more accessible. So where there's like a lot of clicking on like on Tumblr, it's really hard to find things. It's kind of like this, almost like delivers a digest on this nice kind of old-timey looking newspaper website that you can go to every day, like you would check a webcomic or something, and get some uplifting, positive news.
Awesome.